Tariq Woolen from being able to make a play on that football.
That's where Sutton was so good last year in the red zone. Nix evades the set. Nix the fake. Another fake, and he spins into the end zone for the Denver touchdown.
Oh, he gave Nix an option, and he's going to take it right to the corner for the touchdown.
That was an outstanding series right there by the rookie quarterback.
Laughlin dots the I behind Michael Burton. He takes the pitch towards the wide side of the field, and he's in trouble, but he got there. He got there inside the pylon with a beautiful.
Well, what he was going to do, he's going to say, okay, I'm going to lead with power, right? Here's my power. No, forget it. I got to beat him with speed. Get to the edge, and he's...
Nix delivers, end zone! Cortland Sutton, touchdown!
Someone just turned him free in the secondary, and good
play action. Minshew looking, throws, intercepted by Surtain. Pat Surtain on the run. Nobody's going to catch him. Surtain going all the way for a Denver touchdown.
But it's just a mistake by Gardner Minshew. Don't do that. Don't do that. And here comes the block. Watch Minshew right there. Look at the drive block. Boom, pancake.
So now 3rd and goal. Nix to throw again. Swings it out of the backfield. Up the sideline. Reaching for the pylon. Touchdown, Denver.
And that victory for the Raiders, and he's had a couple of tough snaps back to back.
Nix trying to leap over the top, and he does by sticking the ball over the...
Orion Bennett right as the ball arrived.
Nix to throw. Looking for the end zone. Looking for the back corner. It is caught. Touchdown, Josh Reynolds.
Got possession, 2 feet, 3 feet.
Nix has time and fires, end zone, touchdown! Troy Franklin, his former teammate at Oregon, has his first NFL touchdown. Nix looking for Sutton in the end zone, and it is, with one hand was he in! They're going to confer and talk about it. No signal yet. Touchdown!
Halfway through the second quarter.
Nope.
Wide open. Yeah, Javonte Williams. So Hill 1st and goal. 75 rushing yards for Nix tonight. Gives it to Williams, and he burrows his way in for the touchdown. So the Denver...
These linebackers, outside linebackers.
2nd and 10, look out. And is that going to be a fumble, which is taken by Barton in the air? There's no whistle yet. And Barton, what a night this guy's having. Jaquan.
Him looping around, but here, this is where the pressure actually gets home. Nobody picks him up. Nobody sees him off that slot receiver.
Goes as a 52-yard return off an interception.
3rd down and goal. Javonte Williams in it back. Play action. Nix shows the speed. Fires. Caught. Touchdown, Broncos.
Hard to communicate in a hurry.
Couple tight ends in this set. Nix shows off the arm strength of a one-handed grab. National tight ends day. Nix has 3 rushing touchdowns this season. Looking for 4. Superman's over the pile. Touchdown, Denver.
On 3rd down today. That's an area where they've struggled all season long.
McLaughlin to the corner of the end zone. Stays in.
That's Sutton you're drawing up there at the top. They got a reverse play. Sutton with a throwback pass. Caught at the goal line for the touchdown.
We saw the double pass last week. That was big in Carolina. He has another sprinkle this week. And what a catch. He almost boxed out right there.
3rd and 5. Nix bowls a block. Caught. Touchdown.
Completely drops him in the middle of the field. It looked like they're in zone coverage. Let's see if he hangs on to it. Oh, he secures it. Ball doesn't move. That's
in 3rd downs. But here's a 3rd and 1. Nix deep. He's got his receiver. Touchdown. Sutton. They beat McDuffie.
Mims in motion into the backfield. Fake the give to Mims. Nix to throw. Wide open at the 5. And in is Nate Atkins with the touchdown. 2nd and 4. Another opening for Williams. Williams with the power at the end of the run. Driving to the 2. Pushing to the 1. And all the way in for a Denver touchdown.
Strained to just get a push on Nate Landman right there to get him beyond that run lane.
10th play of this Denver drive. Mims the motion man. Mims gets the toss. Blockers in front. Mims to the 5. Mims to the end zone. Denver touchdown. Quick toss. Franklin inside. Touchdown. Denver.
Points on early and then grind the clock out late.
Nix on the roll and a dart to the 30-yard line. Cortland Sutton on the run. Or rather down the sideline, little Jordan Humphrey.
Compared to what it did in week 5.
2nd down, 9. He's going deep to the end zone. Sutton caught. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton.
Over the last month, Sutton has become the go-to guy for Bo Nix. That time put the ball up.
1 for 11. 36-yard catch and run by Mims. 1st and goal. Nix to the air. Caught. Sutton touchdown. He's done it again.
To the right. Gives you a window to make that throw. 2 feet were down.
Williams got it. Touchdown, Broncos. Here on Delpit, 1st down and goal. Handoff, touchdown, Michael Burton. How good does this feel for a guy that's been a fullback in this league for 10 years? That's just his 2nd career.
Winston, and when they traded Amari Cooper, he became the #1 receiver.
Winston is picked, intercepted. Bonito, goodbye. No flags. Touchdown, Denver.
And I know he's just hoping that Winston will turn that ball loose, and he does. Doing a lot of moving in the pocket that's unnecessary.
3rd and 11. Down the middle. Mims. He's gone. Touchdown, Denver. Marvin Mims walks it in.
Longer for Bo Nix, but even with that, the timing that he showed.
But Elijah Moore, it looked like secured it as he was headed out of bounds. Here's a pick. Intercepted. And that should end the night. McMillan the other way. Touchdown, Broncos.
Elijah Moore, he thinks the play's over.
Did not touch him, by the way.
No, he did not touch him, and he could have run over right then and touched him, but he didn't. Good heads-up play and a big play for a guy who had